Yeah, but the app isn't open, and so nobody can see it. Like, look, on their website, I'm not live. There's only one live class, and it's not mine. I don't get it. And I have a full class, too. Yeah, but there's the chat. There, is that someone? Hello?
Hello, teacher.
Hello, okay. My Verbling app isn't opening, it seems.
Ah,
Um,
okay, no
so,
problem.
so I apologize. Um, I'm trying to open it right now. It just keeps saying downloading and then an error message comes up. So I don't know what that means, but you're here, so hello.
Hello.
How are you today?
Ah, I'm fine. I'm fine. This is the f second time I'm do or make. What what is the the better?
It
Make a lesson with you.
depends what, or have. Have would probably be the best verb there.
Ah, have a lesson with you. Yes, yeah.
Yeah, well, it's good to see you again, Luca. Welcome. I hope other people can
Thanks.
find me. Um, I don't know what is happening with the Verbling app. It won't open, so hopefully that won't affect anything. I guess we can use the Google chat.
Yes.
The chat.
I think it's not easy. The people join in another link. To hang out. I
Okay.
think the people as waiting no is waiting on the page of Verbling. I think.
Very. This is a very strange problem. I shared the Google Plus link on the Verbling website. Um,
Yes.
so hopefully, well, you found the class, so other people should be able to, right?
Yeah. But
Okay.
I just finished another lesson and it has done perfect.
Okay. Okay. So it must be something, and I've never had this problem before. So my apologies. Gina, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thanks.
Good.
I thought
Uh,
there would not be the lesson, but finally
I
I found the link. Uh,
Okay, so I'm my apologies. When I went to Verbling and I clicked on the start class, and I started the class and the Google Hangout opened, but the Verbling app within the Google Hangout isn't opening for me. It still isn't. So, um, but I'm glad you were able to find the class. I'll keep trying to open it, but we'll get started anyway. Um, so this is a grammar lesson, part 1 of 2, um, about the present perfect.
Hmm.
Um, so this is a lesson from esllibrary.com, and it's really good grammar practice. It's not the most exciting lesson, but it's really good for grammar practice. I'll share the link. Hopefully you were able to get the lesson from the class description, but I'll share it in the Google chat as well. Yes, there it is. Okay. So again, my Verbling app isn't opening, so we'll use the Google chat. There's the link, and we'll go through. This is part 1 of 2, so we'll get started in this hour and then finish in the next hour. It's supposed to be a full class tonight, so I'm really concerned people weren't able to find it. Hello, Wellington.
Hello, Stephanie. How are you?
So, I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you, Luca.
I'm sorry
welcome.
for my late start there. The Verbling chat just isn't working. So, oh, good, you got.
Sometimes this happens.
It's never happened to me before. I've had other troubles. I remember when I first started working with Verbling, in my kind of introduction, they said that it might happen, but it's never happened to me before. So,
Look.
Very strange. Anyway, we're here, and we can get started with some present perfect grammar. All right. Before we go to the worksheet, I thought we'd look over EnglishPage.com. They do a really good description of grammar of the tenses and when they're used. So I will share that webpage in the Google chat. There it is. Okay. So we'll start on English Page. We'll do a quick review, and then we'll go to the worksheets. There are many activities. Be part 1 of a 2-part class. Thank you, Wellington, for the tip. Just one quick question, Wellington. When you've done 2-part classes before, do I stop at the hour and then start a new? Okay, okay. Thank you. I wasn't sure. I assumed that might be it, but this is my first 2-part class, so I'm new to this. All right, let's go to EnglishPage.com and see about the present perfect. And again, at any time, if you have any question about the grammar or any language at all, please feel free to interrupt me. Sometimes I talk too much. All right.
No problem, no problem.
Okay, good. All right, so present perfect is always formed the same way. We have the auxiliary verb have, has or have, and then the past participle of the verb. So you have seen that movie many times. There's the auxiliary have and the past participle of the verb see. There's examples of the, I'm not sure where it's coming from. Hello, Tanya.
Hello.
How are you today?
Fine, thank you.
Good, okay. All right. So there are many examples of the question form and the negative form as well. We won't spend too much time on that, but please ask if you have a question. What I like most about EnglishPage.com is their diagrams of the verb tenses. I think are very useful. And they do a complete list of the uses of each verb tense. So use 1 of the present perfect is to talk about an unspecified time before now. So here we have now, the present. The blue dot represents the present perfect, and then the yellow circle is the time in which the action happened. So we're using the present perfect when we're talking about an action that happened in the past at an unspecified time. We do use time expressions often with the past perfect. Yesterday, 1 year ago, last week, when I was a child, when I lived in Japan, at that moment, that day, one day, etc. We can also use unspecific expressions with the past perfect. For example, the present perfect. Ever, never, once, many times, all of that. So a lot of examples here. We'll just do a couple of examples. I have seen that movie 20 times. There have been many earthquakes in California. People have traveled to the moon in the past, but we are not sure when. And then, so that's the use. There's really only the one use, but there are many topics that we use the present perfect with. Probably the most common topic is when we are talking about our experiences. This is a good thing to keep in mind. It's like saying, I have the experience of. So I have read that book 10 times. Means I have the experience of reading that book 10 times. It is not used to describe a specific event. So I have been to France means you may have been there once, you may have been there several times, but the main idea is that you have the experience of going to France. Any questions so far? All right. I think that's the most typical use of the present perfect, but we also use it to talk about change over time. So you might tell a child, you have grown since the last time I saw you. Or the government has become more interested in arts education. So in these sentences, we understand that long ago there was a different situation, and that situation has changed. Topic 3 is accomplishments. When you talk of something that you have accomplished, you'll use the present perfect. So, man has walked on the moon. Our son has learned how to read, and so on. Another topic, topic 4, an uncompleted action you are expecting. So if you're expecting it to happen, but it hasn't happened yet, you may use, James has not finished his homework yet. We have not completed our yet. Topic 5, actions at different. We'll use the present perfect when different actions have occurred in the past at different times. The present perfect suggests the process is not complete and that more actions are possible. So the army has attacked the city 5 times. The army may not be finished attacking. We would understand from that sentence. All right, so we won't spend too much time on this website. Are there any questions? Okay, here we should. That was just the one. Durational now. So something that starts in the past and is continuing into the present, we may use the present perfect. So I have 2 weeks. She has been in England for 6 months. I have been teaching on Verbling for 3 months. This is kind of an intro. I highly recommend this website if you want to know more. But let's go to the worksheet with its exercises. And it will start with a review of past participles. All of the perfect tenses require the past participle. So, review of the participles. All right, here we are. So, for this, you can either speak out loud or in the chat, whichever you prefer. But this chart, I wish I could type in this chart. I can't type in the chart. But it's important to know our past participles. So let's go through this. For the verb work, here it is, and it is worked. What is the past participle? And you can type in the... Yes, yes. Very good. Yep, worked, worked. Work is a regular verb, so the ed, ample past, and the past participle. Excellent. How about do?
Did and done.
Very good. Did and done. Excellent. Number 3, eat.
Ate and eaten.
Very good.
Right?
Very good. Yes, correct. Eaten. Eaten is the past participle form. So ate. I ate an apple. I have eaten 10 apples today. Very good. Call. Number 4.
Cold and cold is a regular verb.
Yep. Yes, correct. Very good. Begin.
Began and begun.
Very good. Yep. Began with an A and then begun with a U for the past participle. Great. Give.
Gave and given.
Excellent. Excellent. Good answer. How about the verb answer?
It's a regular verb.
Yes, it's regular, so the past participle will take the ed ending. Same form as the past. Excellent. C. Number 8.
So, seen.
Very good. Saw and seen. How about have?
Had.
Very good. And go.
Went, gone.
Excellent. Study.
Studied and studied.
Excellent. Yep, regular verb there. We will have a spelling changing with the Y. The Y goes to an IED.
Yes.
How about teach?
Teached.
This is one that is not regular. This is an irregular one. So,
Taught.
yes, very good. And it's the same for the past and the past participle, but big spelling change with that one. So, teach and taught. Very good. How about make?
Made, and I don't remember the third.
It's the same. It's actually the
Made.
same. Yep. So made.
Oh.
Yep. I have made a sandwich for dinner. Excellent. And talk.
It's a regular verb.
Yep. So it'll have the ed ending and be the same for the past and the past participle.
Yes. Talked.
All right. Excellent. Okay. So second part of the chart is missing the simple form. We'll just go through it really quickly. The past participle of know.
Known.
Yep, very good. So an N at the end. Very good. Met is the past participle of meet. How about the number 3? The simple form is be. Past is was, were. What is the participle?
Been.
Very good. Yep, B-E-E-N. Excellent.
Yes.
How about fly?
Flav or flown and flown.
Yeah, excellent.
Oh.
Yep. The past participle is flown. The past would be flew.
Flew with O or U.
E-W. Yep, F-L-E-W for the past. And then past
thanks.
participle has an O. Very good. Okay, and how about write? Write, wrote. What's the past participle?
Written.
Very good. Written. Good. Read, read, and then the past participle is read. All 3 are spelled the same, but there's a pronunciation change in the past tense. The long E becomes a short E. Read, read. Live.
Lived.
Yep, very good. Regular verb there. Next verb is fall. Past tense is fell. What is the past participle?
Fallen.
Yep, excellent. 2 syllables, N at the end. Great. Feel.
Felt.
Yep. And the past
Felt.
participle is the same. Yep. Yep. Very good. And take.
Took and taken.
Excellent, excellent. Drive. Drove.
And driven. Driven.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. Driven. Short I on that one. Driven. Excellent. Great. So that's our past participle chart. Very good work on that. So we'll go to the first exercise here. Choosing the correct verb from the list below, and we'll complete the sentences. Again, if you have any questions about any of these sentences, please feel free to ask. So number 1, I met Barbara when we were in elementary school. What verb will fill in the blank?
No.
Yep, very good. So can you make the sentence with the present perfect in the verb place?
We have known
Excellent.
each other.
Yes, very good. Very good. So an action that is not completed, knowing someone. Very good. So they still know each other, we can gather from this. Great. How about number 2?
We have met. Can you hear me?
Yes, let's see. We, will you say that again,
Have
please?
learned.
Yes.
We have met.
Very good. We have learned, for number 2, we have learned many new words since we started this course.
Oh, sorry.
No worries. Welcome back, Wellington. All right, number 3. Let's since is it okay with all of you if we just kind of go in order? We'll take turns. So Wellington, will you read number 3 and try fill in the blank there?
Number 3. That's a wonderful full move. That's a wonderful move. I have been.
You'll use C.
No, see, yes. Sorry. I have seen it 3 times.
Excellent. Perfect. Very good. Luca, will you take number 4, please?
Mr. and Mrs. Toner have been married for 10 years.
Excellent. Perfect. Very good. And Gina, number 5.
You are late. The class have already finished.
Very good. Very good. So sometimes we do see the verbs, the present perfect can be interrupted with a time word. Very good. All right. And number 6, back to Wellington.
Robert is my neighbor. He has lived next door to me for 5 years.
Perfect. Very good. And Luca, number 7.
Mary has I learn it. Okay. Mary has written several emails to her parents since she left home.
Perfect. Very good. Excellent.
Stephanie,
And yes.
the pronounce is written.
Yes. Yep.
Okay,
Has written. Yep. Short I.
Yes, I told written.
Yep.
No. For me, I'm not sure. Thank you.
Good question and good pronunciation, Luca. Very good.
Yeah, because I heard one time I heard something different. Wrote
Yes, that's very common with English learners because the base form is right. So oftentimes you might hear someone learning English say written or righted. Righted is something I've heard often as well.
Okay.
Good. Great question. Yeah. Let's see. So then number 8, Gina.
We have eaten in that restaurant a few times.
Excellent. Very good. Perfect. And back to Wellington for number 9.
Our teacher has given us a lot of help with the homework assignment.
Yes, has given. Very good. Luca, 10.
I can see the the verbs.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, okay, perfect. She has. mm, She has. Uh, she has. She has. Mm,
This is a good one. This was not in the chart, so we didn't go over this one.
she has spoken to her
X.
landlord. But what mean landlord?
Landlord is the owner of the home. So if
Oh,
you
okay.
live in an apartment, if you're renting, whether it's a house or
Yes.
an apartment, if you're renting, you have a landlord, and that's the owner of the
Okay, okay.
property. Good, yeah.
Okay.
So this sentence, from this sentence in the present perfect, we would assume that the landlord probably is lazy or a bad landlord. We know that the window is still broken from this sentence in the present perfect. Good. All right, Gina, number 11.
We have a new camera. We have taken some beautiful pictures of the grandchildren.
Excellent, great. And Wellington, 12.
They have all the new homework are read. They have finished all the homework already.
Yes, excellent. Finished. Very good. They have finished their homework already. Good children. Or good students.
Mrs. Mrs.
Yeah,
Baxter has bought all her groceries for the week.
good, very good. And then this word, you will get the S sound on the C. So groceries. Groceries.
Groceries.
Good. Very good. Gina, number 14.
Tommy has had a bad cold for 2 weeks.
Great. Wellington, 15.
Frankie has worked for that company for many years.
Good, good. And with that past participle, the ed ending is going to sound like a T.
Worked.
So that'll be one word. Very good. And our last one for this page, Luca, 16.
Okay. After 3 months of looking, she has found a beautiful apartment to rent.
Excellent. Very, very good. All right. Nice work on that one. Oh, good. We have some negative constructions. Good. Often I find these grammar worksheets kind of ignore the negative, so this is good. In the negative of the present perfect, we put the auxiliary verb first and then not. So I have not finished teaching tonight. So that's the construction for the negative. So let's practice that. Number 1, and I think it's Gina's turn.
Matthew is waiting on the corner for his girlfriend, but she hasn't arrived yet.
Very good, and good contraction there. So we could say she has not arrived, or we can say she hasn't arrived. Very nice. Wellington, number 2.
My brother lives in a different country. I haven't seen I haven't seen him for 2 years.
Excellent reaction again. I haven't seen him. Wonderful. Luca, number 3.
Ellie and Bill got a divorce 5 years ago. They haven't fixed to each other since then. Is
Um,
it
so,
right?
this is a strange one. It's not obvious, but this one will be spoken. They
Ah,
haven't
okay, okay.
spoken.
Okay, they haven't spoken to each other since then.
Good. So they must have had a very bad divorce. Great.
Yeah.
And Gina, number 4.
It is only 8:45. I don't know. The class hasn't begun yet.
Excellent, excellent, perfect. Your 8:45 was great, and the class hasn't begun yet. Good. Wellington.
Hmm. It started to snow last night, and it still has it still has stopped. Still hasn't
Very good.
stopped.
And
Yes,
yep, very good. Yep, negative there. Great.
yes.
Excellent. And Luca, 6.
She has finally decided which car she wants, but she hasn't bought it yet.
Excellent. Good. Verb there, bought. So good. Very good. Gina, 7.
I heard that the movie at the Roxy Theatre is great, but I haven't seen it yet.
Wonderful. Perfect. Wellington, 8.
I bought a newspaper today, but I still have read it. Read it. I still sorry, but I still haven't read it.
Yep. And then the past participle is spelled the same, but the vowel changes to a short E sound. So red.
Yes.
Yeah, it
Read.
sounds just like the color.
Yeah, read it.
Very
Like the
good.
frog. Read it. Read it. There
Yes,
is there is a
exactly.
there is a joke about this.
Let's hear it. I love jokes.
The frog goes to the library and he asks for a book. The woman uh, was impressed, and he thought is what a frog what a frog you do with a book. And the next day the frog came back to the library, and the woman was more was amazing and thinking. And one day, then another day, the man asked to the frog, what each you do with the book?" And the frog answer, "Read it, read it, read it, read it." Because yes,
Good.
because I'm not good with joke, but is the joke is maybe this way. Red.
I like it. I like it. That's a silly fun joke. Very nice.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that. Good, great. All right. And let's see, where were we? Number 10 and Luca, I believe.
The Andersons moved out of New York 10 years ago, and they haven't something. and they haven't visited back to the city since then.
Good. Visited would work if we didn't have back to. And they haven't visited the city since then. That would be correct. But visit will never go with back. With back to.
I'm seeking return, but I cannot see it.
Oh, yeah, you could say returned. Yeah, it's not on the option. Returned also would not go with back to. I'm trying to think
Okay.
of a reason why, but with prepositions, often there isn't a reason. So visited, returned, both of them would be good if we didn't have back to. But with back to, you could either use the verb go or the verb be.
Yeah.
Good. All right. Great. So that was the negative construction. You guys are doing really well on that. So let's continue. And here's more negative construction. This one is matching, but we'll kind of do it the same way. So Gina, you find the question and then read the answer as well.
Mm-hmm. Has he finished university yet? No, he hasn't graduated yet.
Very good. Perfect. And number 2, Wellington.
Have you eaten breakfast yet? No, let me find here. No. Have you eaten breakfast yet? No, I haven't. No, I haven't. I will eat in a few minutes.
Excellent, very good. These are the questions are very common. I'm sure you've noticed, but just for the record, you'll hear these questions all of the time about everything. So, great. Luca, number 3.
Have they gotten married yet? No, they haven't. They haven't. They're still engaged.
Very good. So they'll get married in the future, but up until this point, they are not. Great. Gina, number 4.
Has the president finished speaking yet? No, he hasn't. He is still talking.
Excellent. And Wellington, number 5.
Has Mary watered the plants yet? No, she hasn't. Hasn't. No, she hasn't. They are still dry.
Yep, very good. Poor plants. Look at number 6.
Yes. Has the doctor seen you yet? No, he hasn't. He is with another patient.
Yeah, very good. Gina, 7.
Has the sun come out yet? No, it hasn't. It's still raining.
Excellent, very good. And Wellington, number 8.
Have they finished their homework yet? No, they haven't. No, they haven't. Okay, no, they haven't finished yet. Okay.
Yeah, this is the only one that's one sentence instead of two.
Yes.
Very good. And Luca, number 9.
Has the class begun yet? Um, no, it hasn't. The teacher isn't here yet.
Very good. That's probably what the rest of our classmates are saying who were supposed to be here. Great.
Is a trick to enter in the class when this
What's
problem
that?
occur. A tip when this problem happen
Hmm.
because we need to click her name,
Hmm.
and this way we see the link to the class
In
because
the
this,
personal
Oh,
page. Mm.
yes, the person page, but the student must to know what class will happen. You begin. If not,
oh,
they don't find the class.
oh. Okay, so you all were able to find me because you remembered who was teaching,
Yes.
and you clicked on my name and got to the class that way.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is, thank you. This is new to me. Again, this problem has never happened to me before. So, well, I'm really glad you were able to find me. I hope on part 2. Well, I've tried a few times as we've been working. I've tried to open the app again, and it's still not. But I may. I don't know if restarting Chrome. No, that wouldn't. Restarting Chrome wouldn't help, I suppose, because it's with the app. I don't know. Anyhow, let's have Gina do number 10 for us.
Have you read the paper yet? Have you read the paper yet? No, I haven't. My wife is still reading it.
Very good. Excellent. Um, good. So that was negative and negative questions in spoken English. So we're nearing the end of the hour. Let's look ahead, though. We are going to go on to part 2 in the next hour. And part 2 we'll start with since and for, so it gets a little more complicated. So these both indicate time, and they indicate kind of the length of time or the start of the action. So in the example, Bill and Rita have been married for 20 years. We understand that the length of their marriage is 20 years. All right, so why don't we could do just one of them before we start, maybe one or two. We have a few minutes. And I think we were back at Wellington. Wellington, will you try number 2 there?
Okay. Jordan moved into his apartment in 2005. Jordan um, have Jordan has lived in his apartment in 2005. Has lived,
Yeah,
yes.
very good. Yep, has lived. And then we would add, or we would say, instead of in 2005, we would say, well, now that it's 2015, we would say for 10 years. So
For
Jordan
10.
has lived in his apartment for 10 years. We're going to
Okay.
have to do a little bit of math on this one. Not lots, but a little. Good. We can each do one of these. So, Luca, will you do number 3?
have some audio problem.
We can hear you.
Okay. I can hear you now. Ellen and
Oh,
Rose
good.
has no each other for 40 years. For 40 years. No, from 40 years. Is it
Correct with
right?
4. They have known each other for 40 years. Very
They have
good.
known. Yes.
Excellent. Great. And number 4, Gina.
The teacher came to school at 8 o'clock this morning. The teacher has been at school since 8 o'clock this morning.
Yep, exactly right. Very good. Excellent. And since there's no end time, we can't use 4. Now it's 5 p.m. We could say has been at school for 9 hours. But if we don't know the end time, we can't use 4. And so we use, very good. Okay, it is 7 o'clock, so we will end this hangout and we will start the next one.
Okay.
So
Okay.
hopefully it'll work. Otherwise, you know how to find me. So,
Okay.
all right.
Okay. Bye bye, teacher.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Thanks.
See you
Bye-bye.
in a minute. Thank